Hi all, thanks so much for tuning in. Today we are going to be talking about managing vaccine reactions with natural medicine and nutrition. So, lots of people are lining up for the Moderna, the Pfizer, not so much the Johnson & Johnson anymore, but I get a ton of questions about what people can be doing surrounding the vaccine to help them not get as bad of a reaction. So what I've noticed is eating an anti-inflammatory diet leading up to the vaccine and following the vaccine. And following the vaccine, I mean like at least 2 weeks after the first one and the second one, because your body's still dealing with it. Even if you don't feel like flu symptoms, your body's still kind of recalibrating and adjusting and building back strength after the immune response. And in terms of when to start, I would say 3 to 5 days before the vaccine would be ideal also, but better even like a week or more. So when it comes to the diet, so when we're talking about an anti-inflammatory diet, we're talking about reducing animal proteins, particularly more inflammatory ones like beef and pork. So, leaning more into fish and maybe a tiny bit of poultry, but mostly eating vegetables. So, and when I say vegetables, I'm leaning also a little bit more towards a vegan diet rather than one that's rich in dairy. Although dairy sources can be minimal. It's just that dairy is a common allergen too, so we don't want to be adding allergens on top of an allergic response that you're potentially going to have to the vaccine. So anti-inflammatory diet, mostly plant-based diet. When you're eating a plant-based diet, some people tend to just go really heavy on the carbs and get sweet cravings because that's what happens when we lack protein. So you can build up some extra protein by doing maybe plant-based protein smoothies, rice protein, hemp protein, pumpkin seed protein, even collagen protein is fine. I just would not suggest whey, soy, or pea protein. So getting your extra protein through maybe smoothies and bars and things that that are more plant-based rather than getting it from animal sources. And then if you have the protein, then you're not going to be craving the sweet things as much. We do not want to have a lot of sugar when we're getting a vaccine or when we're dealing with anything to do with our immune system, because sugar is so inflammatory and also suppresses our ability to fight. And it just worsens the reactions of anything. If you eat sugar when you're sick, you'll be sicker longer. And if you eat sugar or too many refined carbohydrates leading up to and following the vaccine, your energy will just be low and you'll be less able to deal with the changes. So eat plant-based, be careful about the amount of sugar intake, try not to power up with sugar and caffeine, just like rest, drink lots of fluid, electrolytes, and just know that this too shall pass. I know everybody's gonna feel safer when most people are getting on the vaccine train, so go ahead and do it. Just make sure to be taking care of yourself before and after. There are homeopathic protocols to help you with it too, but that can get a little bit more specific to the person. What I would say in general is to power up extra on your vitamin C, vitamin D, zinc, and omega-3 to manage the inflammation that may come as a byproduct. Last but not least, don't do everything at once. So if you're getting the vaccine, maybe don't be doing a surgery close to it or other procedures or starting new medications. You don't want to give your body too much to deal with. It's better to just kind of be a minimalist and do one thing at a time and let your body deal with one thing at a time to prevent the risk of you kind of being lower energy or having malaise for longer. Best of luck to all of you, and hope this was helpful. Feel free to reach out with any suggestions for topics to cover.